Okay, welcome to a new video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the top tech investments you need to make in 2026. Now, I say top because these actually change your life. This is tech that I think is meaningful. It's not just like, oh, something new is out. This is something that actually would help you. And I say investment because they cost money. Nothing I'm about to share with you is cheap, but they're worth the price because of the increased kind of lifestyle or increased ease of living, if you like, they provide. These are some things I've spoken about in the past, but I think they're worth reflecting on again. So the first thing I'll start with is this Apple Watch. I don't know if you can see it, but the Apple Watch for me is such a key investment. Now, I got the Ultra 2, and the reason why this is such a good investment is because it lasts for days. I genuinely have sometimes 2, 3, it's been 4 days once where I did not charge this thing and it was still working. And unlike these fancy watches that are just status symbols, this is actually functional. You know, I'm someone who works across countries, right? And so when I have a team that are in Buffalo, they're in another part of the US, the fact that at a glance I can see what time it is in Dallas, where my niece and nephew, my sister and her family live, what's happening in New York City, what's happening like in Toronto, I can just see it straight from here. It's game changing. Honestly, get an Apple Watch. I can see what time sundown is. If I can see what day it is, obviously I can see what I'm doing next. So for me, Apple Watch is just a no-brainer, especially the Ultra 2 because of, again, how long it lasts. Okay, to stay in the Apple ecosystem, I am an Apple snob. Just get an iPhone, man. Just get an iPhone, okay? Enough of all these other phones, and this has Snapdragon 2500. Grow up, okay? I'm joking. But the reason why I think investing in a good smartphone is something you need to do is because of the ecosystem. So Apple has this amazing ecosystem. As you know, you can just like seamlessly do things. So I can literally copy something on my laptop, paste it immediately on my iPhone, and I haven't done any special skill to have that done. There are so many use cases I can go through why having a quality smartphone is a good investment. I see people who are like using the iPhone 6 because they think they're like countercultural and battery life is terrible, nothing's working anymore, but they're like, just buy a good iPhone that's high spec. It's gonna cost you a bit of money up front, but you can have it for a number of years and it works really, really well. I just think everyone should have one. The only reason I buy like ideally the latest iPhone, it's because I want the quickest, fastest processing battery life available. It's an investment. It's literally a business write-off because it helps me do my work better. So that's the second thing, you gotta get one. The third thing is something that I actually wasn't all the way sold on. Like I got an iPad super early and I didn't really see the need for it. I was using it for the Bible app. That was it. But when they brought out the Pros and all these other things and Apple Pencils, I started buying it. And now I swear by this. This is actually the best media consumer. Now, if you ask me, what makes your iPad good is what case you have as well, right? The Moft case, by the way, I'm not being sponsored for any of these, is genuinely one of the best things I've seen. This case lets you put your iPad in like 13 different sort of formations. There's this basic one, which I use all the time, which you just do this, right? And it has your iPad like high. I don't know if you can see on the second camera. This is high enough to read, high enough for it to be a second screen, high enough for it to actually be usable. Then if you just like do this, you got another viewing angle, which is a bit like if you're gonna be having next to your laptop, you wanna write on this, it's great. You can do portrait if you take this, fold this little thing it has here up, slide it in here. Now you've got like a portrait, and it's like true portrait, you can read, it's so good. And I use this for consuming media. Carrying a gigantic laptop around my house is ridiculous. So I use this for doing that. I use it for taking notes. There's lots of apps you can imagine on here that means I can like monitor what's on the screens right now from here. It's super easy to do. Buy a latest one so you get the kind of best chip possible. And it just makes your life so much easier. Like just buy it, make the investment. Again, these are investments because they're gonna pay dividends, right? So you pay money up front and then the dividend starts getting paid. When I was in America, somebody broke my laptop. I won't say who it is because they may be watching this video, but they know who they are. Somebody broke my laptop. I had to, for I think 2 weeks, use this as my main laptop. Thankfully, I've got a Magic case as well with this, so I was able to just slot that on. It worked perfectly. I had no issues. I mean, there were times where I wish the screen was a bit bigger, but it's like, okay, it's just a tiny wish. Generally speaking, it worked well. I had no problems, and I would happily recommend it to people as a laptop if you have the iPad Magic case, the one that lets you float with it. So that's the other thing I would recommend. Staying in the Apple ecosystem, just get yourself a MacBook. I have spoken about this MacBook so much. I don't want to say anything else about it, but this MacBook Pro M4 16-inch I've built everything I've built from this little thing here. It's kind of crazy to think about, right? This tiny little thing. I've built this thing, right? I can take it anywhere with me. Whether I'm in Israel on some random mountaintop, or I am in a coffee shop in downtown Brooklyn, it works. It's worth the money. It's paid. It's worth over and over. The fact that I can do anything, edit a 4K 50-minute long video, design thing, like it can handle anything I throw at it. And for me, that's worth the investment. So just get yourself a MacBook Pro. Okay, now we move into some other bits and bobs that maybe it's really important for creators to listen to. I would invest in a good DSLR camera. Yes, your iPhone's great and there's all these new things iPhones can do, but there's nothing like having a great lens. This is a Tamron 17-70. It's the only lens I think you actually need. This lens on a ZVE10 Mark II, game changing. I had a friend who had a ZVE. We went to Brussels. No, what was it? Was it Belgium? We went to, I think it was Italy we went. I don't know where we went, but we went somewhere and they had it and their pictures were stunning. I was like, how did you, blah, 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 blah. They told me, I looked at the price, I was like, oh, I'm not sure. But what this means is when I'm on the go, I can get extremely high quality videos, pictures, just like that. For that reason, it's worth the investment. The ZVE set me back with the lens, set me back like 1,000 something. But what it's meant is when I'm traveling and I have this with me, I never have to worry about any video work. If I need to jump on a conference call, if I need to record a video, like high quality video client work, this works. Now I know that at a top level, you might want something more powerful, but for most people who are listening, who just want to be able to create 4K videos, or you just want to like take really good pictures, not like, oh, that's nice, but like, wow, like was a photographer present? Invest in a good camera, have it with you, and then you're done, essentially. I know I'm late to the party, but another thing I would heavily recommend is the DJI. Oh, the DJI. The DJ, oh, what, in America they call it Digi. But the DJI, game changing. Pretty much all my reels, if you go on my Instagram, I mean, one of my editor does a really great job with color grading, but all my reels are literally done through this thing. This tiny little device. When I was in New York, it's all I used. I didn't have my ZVE with me, actually. This is all I used. And I was able to get 4K video. And what's so easy is to plug it, is how easy it is to just do this, right? Do this, and it's on. Like immediately, it's on. I can record you watching me. For those who are like camera shy and don't want to be like in public with a massive DSLR, you have something like this, pop it on the side, and like it's recording, you can get some good kind of behind the scenes lifestyle content. This has been game changing. Now, the price, they are a bit tricky because I think it's like 500 quid, I think something like that. But what they start doing is, you know how they work. Do you want the creator combo, which extends the battery life? And do you want to get an extra lens? And before you know it, you're spending like pretty much $1,000, which is what I spent on this. This single-handedly has been the best thing I bought last year. It changed the game for me. It made recording so frictionless, and that's the key thing with recording or with just making content on the go. It has to be frictionless. If there's lots of, I need to charge this and plug this to plug that and carry, suddenly your brain starts to come up with excuses not to do it. Because this is so frictionless, I can just literally wrap it around, put it around my arm like this, walk around and just like something happens. It's called the Osmo Pocket 3, right? Fits in my pocket, and I generally can pull it out and record great content. And I've shot some great things on here that people are like, there's no way that's the DJI. I'm like, yes it is. And it comes with all these bells and whistles, like a dead cat for audio monitoring, or sorry, for when it's windy and you want to be able to have good audio, battery extenders, little tiny tripods. These are all really good things. It comes with a mic as well. This mic is great. I've done client work with this. I can't lie, I wish I didn't, but it's good enough to do client work, so they've got that as well. So that's a key one I would definitely invest in if you haven't got that already. Lastly, get a bunch of these kind of things. Like, these are just like portable mics that you can have with you. They come with a bunch of wires, which I'm not showing because they're just wires. But this means whatever camera I have, I can just hook this up to that, and it's a wireless mic. It works extremely well. Literally kind of studio quality, like proper lapel mics. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of like all the colors that they come with, like it shows green and red and stuff, and I like that. However, the fact that this little tiny thing here, literally on this last leg, I need to charge it. This tiny thing here gives me crisp audio. I can do an interview. All I have to do is plug the receiver into the camera, bring out this mic, and it's immediately receiving. And it's just like, it's just so wonderful. On top of that, you can just use it as a recorder. It has in-body recording, so you can just like press record and just record directly. There's just no excuse for bad audio in 2026. This cost me like £200 or 250 at the time, maybe 300. It's probably much cheaper now, but just having this, I always have it with me. Sometimes it's a hassle to carry around because it's not the smallest thing in the world. I think all the newer ones are smaller. But knowing that whatever the situation, I've got great audio always ready to go is why I always carry it around with me. And sometimes I haven't been charged it for so long, right? Because it's just always with me. But this, game changing. on so many levels, I would invest in this. The last thing is the AirPod Pros. This is probably the best thing Apple made, if I'm honest with you. Like the iPhone obviously was game changing, it changed the world, but I think the AirPods Pros are definitely a close second. I like my AirPod Maxes, I have them at home. They never leave my house unless I'm traveling. But this is so good because for any situation, it works. And it's lightning quick. The speed at which it connects with my phone is actually nuts. If you're someone who doesn't have like a good pair of wireless earphones, you need to get them. They're great. The only thing that they're not good for is when I'm in the gym and I sweat a lot. So when I'm running and I'm sweating, they just fall out my ear. But apart from that, these are such a solid find. Twins with their air tags, which if you don't have air tags in 2026, what are you doing? They cost 20 something pounds each. You can get a pack for 100, four for 100. And it means you never have to look for things again. I'm unfortunately in transition at the moment. So in my house, everything's everywhere. And sometimes I put my key here, sometimes I put it there. That little 5-minute section of like, oh, where's my keys? Oh my God, did I leave it? It's gone. If I want, I could just track it and it'll pick it up. I would definitely recommend as a sort of bonus pick, these AirTags, game changing, but the AirPods themselves are wonderful. Did I miss anything out? Would you add anything? If there's something I missed out, let me know in the comment section. I've bought tech in the past, unfortunately, that's kind of sat on my desk like, oh, that was nice. But all of these I use all the time. They are battered because I'm using them all the time and they've actually made my life better. So if you enjoyed this video, please do leave a comment, share this with somebody, subscribe if you haven't done so, turn your notification on so you can see when I have new videos, and I will see you in the next one.